When I brought my first child home, which was my son, I literally remember sitting in this chair I have, kind of rocking back and forth, and I had tears pouring down my face. And I just remember thinking, the book said that they would tell me when he cries, I would know what he wants. I had no idea what he wanted. And that is the most powerful thing that I still remember, because I had no idea what to do.
I remember needing to leave the house because I was super stressed. I was sleep deprived. And I said I was going for a walk, and I just went and actually sat in the car. And that was a really pivotal moment for me. I called a girlfriend and I just cried. And I just was like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. How did I blow my life up? I thought this is everything I wanted.
I was afraid of taking care of my now child. And I also felt depressed. I felt caved in. When my husband would get home, I would feel relief. I'd feel, okay, it's not just me. There's another set of eyes looking after the baby. It was just a mix of emotions, because after you give birth, you have all of these different feelings, emotions that just take over your mind.
Your priorities have to change, because I am no longer the main priority and my hubby is no longer the main priority. My kids come first, but at the end of the day, I also need to make sure that I'm the best mom that I could be, because the better I am for myself, the better I will be for them.
I like organization, I like planning, and that just doesn't happen with a child. So you need to realize that they're the priority, and whatever they need comes first, and then you're lucky if you get time to do everything else, but it works out.
I also had to put some firm boundaries in place as to when people could come and go from my house. It's not always the greatest when people just show up. You don't have that same flexibility when you have a newborn. And I needed to learn to say no to protect, again, my mental health so that I could be the best parent possible.
I think it's really important during this transition that your definition of mom may be different from my definition of mom. And my instincts may say do this, and yours may say do something else.
Definitely being a mom is not something that comes overnight. You're gonna get a million people giving you suggestions, and it definitely doesn't come natural. You'll have to pick and choose what works best for you. For me and my husband, we found a lot of it was trial and error. We'd do something and then we'd be like, whoa, we probably shouldn't have done that. And next time we'll do it a little bit different.
If your family members are around to offer help, do not say no. Accept all the help that is offered to you.
I have a loving, amazing, supportive husband, but for some reason, those first few weeks of life, he could not do anything right. Our relationship just went really haywire. And now I can laugh about it, but at the time I was gonna send him packing because it was just so stressful.
When you feel like you're kind of in a situation where you're about to start an argument with your significant other, just kind of be open about everything to each other. And I would say at the end of everything, communication is definitely key.
When it was time for me to go back to work, it was extremely tough. I remember having a nanny lined up, and literally the night before I was supposed to go back to work, freaking out, calling my mom saying there's no way I can have this woman watch my kid. She's a stranger, even though she wasn't. She was someone that I've known for many, many years. And last minute, my mom had to come and watch my kid.
That transition back is going to be different for everybody. My transition back to work after my first was definitely not easy.
I remember days I would come home from work and I would just start crying, and my mom would be like, why are you crying? You're home now. And I'm like, I don't know why I'm crying. Maybe I'm depressed. I don't know. Maybe I'm happy. I don't know. I just feel like your emotions are all over the place. It definitely was tough, but it definitely gets easier.
I was trying to continue to breastfeed my baby, and I didn't have a place to breastfeed at work, so I used my office. People were constantly barging in, interrupting my sessions. And so I had to really put some firm boundaries in place so that I could protect my breastfeeding and protect my mental health.
Motherhood is definitely a journey. My oldest is 8, and I still feel like I'm learning every single day things that I can do better in motherhood. So I feel like it's a journey. You try your best to learn with the journey, but also at the same time, take in every moment and enjoy with the journey.